Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I always say the exact same thing and I don't want to say it this time. I'm really trying hard not to. Before my Disneyland Paris vlog start, I thought I'd jump in quickly and show you everything that I got from my trip. I think one of the things I've noticed when it comes to my upload schedule is I always take too long. If you've clicked onto the video, I imagine that you want to see what is available in Disney right now. I'm going to try and get this out as quick as possible, but no promises. So if this is a little bit late, I'm very sorry. However, it could have been worse. I could have made this the very last video that I was going to upload. So you're welcome. Little ramble aside. This is my Disneyland Paris haul. If you don't know what's coming your way in a matter of however long it takes me to upload these, is a little 3-day visit to Disneyland Paris on my own for my birthday. I went on Saturday the 22nd of March to Monday the 24th of March, and I spent 3 glorious days in Disney. You'll see in the vlogs what I got up to and everything I did. Let me tell you now, I had the most incredible time. Like, best time of my life. Definitely going to rank it high as one of my top trips, because if you're new here, you might not know that I've not had the best of times going to Disney. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know. I don't understand. I've always chosen not so great people to go with. Mainly ex-boyfriends. We decided to have a palate cleanser and just go on our own. I was in a little bit of a mood when I booked this. I had made the decision that no one wanted to celebrate my birthday with me, and instead of actually asking people, I just went ahead and booked myself a trip to Disney. It turns out, number one, people actually did want to celebrate me. Number two, people wanted to be around me on my birthday weekend. And number three, a load of people actually would have joined me for this Disney trip. And I love you all. I do. I love you all. I'm very grateful that everyone wanted to do that with me. But I really needed this for me. Did you know what I mean? I am now 32. I feel like a brand new person, and I'm ready to tackle whatever this year brings to me. Touch wood, because I don't want it to be that hard, but I'm ready and I'm excited. For today's video, I'm going to give you a rundown of everything that I picked up while I was in Disney. Thankfully, I was really lucky and a load of people gave me some money to spend, so I did just that. The plan of action for this trip was actually just to treat myself. I actually packed the bare minimum, so I actually had room to bring everything home. Now, the worst thing is I actually only travelled with hand luggage, and when I was on my way home at the airport, they weighed my suitcases, and it turns out I was like 5 kg, 4 or 5 kg over the limit that I was meant to. But thankfully, because I had the bare minimum of knowledge about football, the man let me go. And trust me actually having any knowledge of football is something to be impressed about. That's how much I did. Although now looking at it, it doesn't look like a lot, so yeah. I'm just going to dive in, I'm just going to get into it, and I'm just going to show you everything that I picked up. I feel like I'm starting on a very cheeky one, but I brought home the soaps. I brought home the soaps from my trip, and I thought I'd show you them. I was feeling very Ross Geller. Salt. No. The salt shaker. Yes. So I brought these with me. I think it's just because the little heads on these are so damn adorable. And then I just managed to bring home the soap as well. I just thought they were really cute. Am I ever going to use them? Probably not. They're just going to sit here in my room. Probably. Oh, that smells really good. I'm going to use this for definite. These, I don't know, they sound really random, but I actually have to use this particular type of shampoo and conditioner, so I was never going to use these anyway. I just couldn't leave them behind. Like, the little Mickey heads are so cute. And actually, while we're here, I'm also going to show you my little Magic Pass key card, which was the entry to my room, and look how adorable it is. I actually checked in online and thought that I wouldn't get one of these keys, and it turns out you need one of these keys to get in. I'm clearly very Florida minded now and thought that my phone would do the job, but it doesn't. So I needed the key card, but look how adorable it is. Like, I love it so much. I've also brought home my gift card. I actually booked this holiday through attractiontickets.com, and one of the offers that they had at the time was that you got a €50 spending gift card, which is this, and I actually put it towards a meal one of the evenings instead of actually towards a treat, because I didn't know what to spend it on. Yeah, so I used it on food instead, which actually was really beneficial, because for both the evenings that I was there, I actually ended up doing pretty pricey restaurants and treated myself to cocktails while I was there, so it was quite pricey. So using the €50, meaning that the expensive meal at Chez Remy's ended up being like €20 for me in the end, which I ain't complaining about. So yeah, these are now, you know, obviously gonna stay in my possession, and I've kept these. So what am I gonna do with them? I don't know. don't really know where to start. If you watch my Florida vlogs, which are going to be linked somewhere, you'll know that when I went with Tanya, me and her ended up getting a little bit obsessed with pressed pennies. I couldn't see any pressed pennies in Disneyland Paris. However, they do have like the coin medallion things. And I ended up picking up this one for my friend Ellie, which is the little Marie cat. I hope that's focused. Are you focused? I can't tell. And then I ended up picking up myself one of these ones, which is Mickey Mouse with the icons of the parks, and I'm obsessed with this. Like, fully obsessed with it. Again, don't know what I'm going to do with it, don't know where I'm going to put it, but it's there. Maybe it can go into my... No. I was hoping it would go into my pressed penny collection, which, by the way, I don't know if I ever showed you it fully put together, but this is from one trip. That's shameful, isn't it? Couldn't add any more to this because Disneyland Paris don't do pressed pennies. And if they do, I didn't see any of them, and I don't know what to do with my coins. I have been trying to figure out an order of how to show you everything, and it's just not working for me. One of the first things I did actually end up picking up is these Paris ears. There's a girl that I follow on Instagram and she has these ears, and every time I see them I get so sad because I wanted them and I didn't think I'd find them. I didn't think they were available anymore, so I'm really glad that they are. They're not in all of the shops, however they are in most, and I am so glad that I have them. Like, I do also love that they've got Chip and Dale on it because I have a very soft spot for Chip and Dale, so I'm really glad that I now have some ears with them on. There were also some like furry ears that had like Chip and Dale as like the ears instead of like actual ears, and I was so tempted to get them, but I kind of display mine. I can't really show you because it's like up on this wall, but I do display my ears, and I just knew that they weren't going to go on that wall, and I didn't know where else to put them in my room, so I made the executive decision not to get them. But I do have these and they are on this, and yeah, I'm absolutely in love. I also can't quite remember how much these were because I have taken the tag off. I believe they were over 25 or 30 euro, one or the other. And if I remember correctly, these were basically the first thing I picked up. I went into Disney Studios as soon as I arrived and headed straight to where I'd seen them in someone's vlog, and I was like, I need to find these ears. So that is exactly what I did. I'm really excited to put them on my wall more than wear them. But yeah, I did also have my eye on these Fantasmic ears as well. Like, I have very little Mickey Mouse inspired ears. I now have the like very plain black ones, which do come in handy to like accessorize yourself. It's not Fantasmic, it's Fantasia, isn't it? These would be perfect for Florida when going to watch Fantasmic. There's something that intrigues me to source for a Mickey, but like I've never been much of a Fantasia fan, so I don't know. But these are very cute and I couldn't miss them. And again, I don't actually know how I'm going to display these ones. But I'll figure out a way. Like, there's just so... These are just so cute. These are €25 and I'm really glad that I managed to pick them up. One thing I will note, if you are going to Disney at any time soon and you're looking for these, there was a lot of these that were very weirdly shaped. I don't know if it's just the way they're packaged when they arrive or whatever, but like some of the ears were a little bit more bendy, some of the hats were a little bit out of shape. Just give yourself a little time to have a look around. They were basically the only two pairs of ears that I bought. I wasn't really set on buying too many pairs, just because I didn't really need any, and €25 is quite pricey for a pair of ears. What I did notice that there isn't very many pairs available in Disneyland Paris. I don't know whether it's just like the season that I went or whatever, but there just wasn't loads. I was really kind of hoping to find like a bit more of an inverted pair of these. There was some before that were like more red than they were black ears, and I was kind of hoping for a bit more of an inverted pair of these. I just couldn't find anything, and I just felt like the collection was lacking. Something you'll notice with a lot of this is I'm going to say that the collection was lacking because I don't know whether I've now been spoiled by going to Florida. And I understand when people say that Paris doesn't get the same amount of merch, which it probably looks like I've picked up a lot. There wasn't a lot of choice around me and I was hoping to get more. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. I will show you one of the things that did come. I think the week before I went, these did actually come into stock and I was praying that they'd still be available. And I believe these went to Florida or maybe California, maybe last year. I never thought I'd see the day when they were available in Paris. But it is this tote bag. I'm now matching my bag. It is this tote bag and it is feckin' huge. I only took my Uniqlo bag to use around the parks thinking that I'd managed to fit everything in, which at a push I did. However, by the second day I had this bag and I just used this and I threw everything in it, and it's great. It's very roomy. It's a perfect park bag. My arm did hurt by the end of it, but that's probably because I had a lot of camera equipment in my bag. But how cute is it? The back does say Disneyland Paris on it, so it's a very cute branding. The bow is very puffy, so she does take up a lot of room, but I'm obsessed. I have no reason to use this outside of the parks, by the way. Like, this is never going to get used unless I go on a Disney holiday. So to my friends who we have been in talks of going to a Disney holiday, can we get that book soon, please? Because she needs to get out again. I'm also going to show you this thing, but I don't want to get out of the packaging, so I'm going to try my best to explain what it is. Kind of bought it on a whim, and it was only €9, I believe. And it literally says Disneyland Park Fun Map. So I believe it's just a very vintage-esque looking park map. I'm a bit fearful that it's going to be massive, and I was thinking I could put it into a frame and put it on my wall somewhere, but I don't know how big it's going to be, just because the dimensions look pretty big. And based on like this square alone and then what you see there, I feel like it's going to be huge, but I just couldn't pass it up because it just gave this very vintage-esque feel, and I thought it'd be the perfect artwork, whether it's in this bedroom or, you know, the day that I finally get my own place. This could be the perfect thing to go in a frame on a wall. I think it just looked really cute, so basically brought it on a whim with the plan to use it in the future, and for €9 I wasn't walking away from it. I am also going to throw it out there now. The bags at Disneyland Paris are adorable. So they don't do plastic bags like they do in Florida, which is very Save the Planet, and I'm very into this and I really do like it. And these bags are beautiful. I only got the small one. I did get 2 of the small ones, but I wanted to show you because it's cute and I really like it. And yeah, one thing that I did pick up, and it's kind of a repurchase, is one of these like Minnie Mouse head pens. They aren't very good. They're really flimsy. I don't have good handwriting with them, but I had one 6 years ago when I last went to Disney and the ink has run out, so I needed another one. And yeah, like, just look how cute they are. Like, I might take this into the office and my manager is going to be like, what the hell, Sarah? But like, cute. And this was €6, by the way. I did also pick up some chocolate, which was €10. I think I'm going to share it with the family as a little treat because I didn't really get them any presents. Obviously I didn't have a lot of room because I did only have hand luggage, but everything I saw just didn't feel very them, so I decided not to. But I did pick up some chocolates that we could all share. I think the packaging's really cute. I'm actually going to use this as a time to show you some of the photos that I got while I was there. Obviously you'll see in the vlogs, it rained a lot when I was in Disney, and I wasn't a fan of that. My actual birthday, it was raining to a point where I decided that I just didn't want to be outside because there just wasn't anything to do, and all of the rides were going to be really busy, blah blah blah. And the wait time to go meet Mickey Mouse was only 60 minutes at that point, and I don't think we even waited that long. I think I waited like 45 in the end. But I did purchase the photo passes. The girl, bless her, took the photos. Well, the photo pass guy took some photos, but these ones are much better, which is a shock because usually photo pass aren't the best. You do kind of go in knowing that, but these ones were really cute, so I did just pick them up. I can't quite remember, like, look how cute that is. This meat was also just magical. Like, I've met Mickey at character dining once before, but I've never met him in this kind of setting, and it was just such a cute experience, and I'm really glad that I got to do it. And he did a little dance for me because it was my birthday, and it was just really sweet, and I had a really good time. And those cost me €20 for the 2 photos. I think it was like 15 for one and 20 for 2 or something like that. But I just decided because they were such good quality that I was going to get them printed, and then I can scan them in, and then I've got those for life then. I wouldn't normally have done that, and I think if I was with someone I would have brought photo pass anyway, and I think then maybe I could have just scanned it and had them, but because I was on my own, I couldn't really see any of the point of taking the ride photos because I've done that when in Florida, and to be honest, I just don't love the fact that it's one of the times where I actually get quite upset that I'm on my own for things, because I kind of want to be able to be like, oh my god, look how much fun we had, and instead I'm like, oh my god, look at me on my own. I'm gonna put this out there now. Every other time I had the best time on my own. It was honestly incredible. It was such an empowering moment and I had so much fun. It was just the ride photo bit was where I was a bit like, I'm not getting to share this with anyone. While we're talking about rides, I will show you one of the things that I did get from my favourite ride. One thing that I've always wanted to get is the hat from Tower of Terror. However, again, I don't know how to display that in the house, so I've left it. But I did pick up a keyring, and it's basically the hotel key with a little like logo on it, and I just think that's really, really cute. I thought that could go on my set of keys, whether that's my work keys or my house keys or whatever, but I thought that was really adorable and I decided to just go with it and just get it, and this was €7. I also picked up this fridge magnet. So I got one 6-7 years ago and it's been on the family fridge until about a few years ago when someone took it off for some reason, and now we can't find it. We don't know where it's gone. It's like disappeared into the abyss, and I really loved it. I thought it was the cutest thing ever, so I did replace it with this one. I don't love this one the same, but it's still cute, so we're going to accept it. I basically picked this up to replace that one, and this was also €6. Like I said, I went for my birthday, and one of the things I did pick up was this happy birthday badge. I got this from the City Hall in Disneyland Park. I believe you can probably get it from one of the like customer service desks in the studios as well. Then one of the last things that I purchased was my silly. I've been seeing this big feet plush go around for ages, and I've always wanted to get my hands on one, but I just didn't know which one. There was a very small selection available in the UK, and I do have Stitch behind me because I got him from the London Disney store a couple of weeks ago when I decided to treat myself, and it was between him and Remy, and I was like, I'm not too sure, and I went with Stitch. And Stitch doesn't give the same like big feet look. It sounds so weird. I don't like, there's that they have a look and they have a style, and I don't think Stitch is the exact same. But I went with Sully in the end because I thought it was really cute. And one thing I decided on this trip was I was going to treat myself to a new plush. I do have a fair few behind me, but I don't really collect them that often, and the ones that I have for a very long time, like that sort of thing. I thought he'd be a cute little companion to have while I was on my own. I didn't get him until the second night, which was the last night of me sleeping in the hotel, because I was like, oh, I'll get a little friend and I'll have company in my room, and if I get scared, I'll have something to cuddle. So this is who I got. This is what I went with. The worst thing is, because of however I was sleeping, he ended up on the floor anyway, so he wasn't much of a companion because I lost him. But he's adorable. He's really cute. I've actually been cuddling up to him ever since I've got home. But yeah, look, oh my god, look at him. He's so cute. I've never really had much Monsters Inc merch, so the fact that I now have a Sully just makes me really happy. He's adorable. He's adorable. He is adorable. Stitch was £23 when I got him in London, but I feel like Sully was a bit more, and obviously it was in euros, so he may have been close to €30. I was happy with spending that amount of money on him, but he makes me happier than he should, to be honest. But okay, so that was everything that I picked up from Disneyland. I feel like there's a couple of things I want to show you which I got for my birthday, which I feel like you'd also enjoy, so I'm going to show you those as well, just because, well, I want to. One thing that's really cute and I do want to share with you, and I haven't been able to put in the box very well, is a friend surprised me with a little letterbox present. I couldn't figure out who it was from for a really long time because the note literally just says, happy birthday Sarah, keep being the amazing person you are, which was adorable. And it's basically like a little pamper kit, which is really sweet. There's like a little cloth, there's a soap, there's some bath salts, and then there's some chocolate and some other little treats in there. So that was really cute, and it was an adorable little present which I need to actually crack into and use, but I just wanted to show you first. And then some other bits I got was this Taylor Swift inspired Florida t-shirt. I was actually eyeing this up quite a while ago. My mum got wind of it, so she's ended up picking this up for me, and I think it is adorable, and I feel like it's a really cute little like subtle Taylor Swift inspired t-shirt. Also would work really nicely the next time I go to Florida. And then another thing, while you are probably watching me because I am a little bit of a Disney nerd, one thing that I am really into is the Rookie, and I'm obsessed with the Rookie. I will talk about it until the cows come home if I could. And my mum and dad got me this t-shirt, so I actually have one which just has Tim Bradford on it, which is this beautiful man here. I have one just of his face all over it, and I thought it was about time that I broadened my horizons and got the cast on it, so I now have this one, and I basically just use these to lounge around the house. Mum knew that, so she got it me in a 3XL, and I'm obsessed, absolutely in love with it. I need to actually start wearing that around the house because I haven't yet. I've left it just so I could show it off. And then my brother and his fiance got me the Twisted book series, because again, you are probably following me because of the Disney vlogs and maybe the travel vlogs. I've been very into reading for the last like year and a half. I'm currently reading the Fourth Wing books, which is my first dip into fantasy, and I am obsessed. However, I really do love a romance book, and Sarah knew this, so she's brought me like, I think the first few in a collection. I'm not too sure. I think she said there was 5 in this, so she's got me the first 3 in this series, and I'm really excited to read it. So I don't have any space on my bookshelf anymore, so I might have to have a bit of a rejig, but I am excited to get tucked into these, and I will probably do that as soon as I finish reading Onyx Storm. which, by the way, I only have like 200 pages left of it and I am obsessed. So I'm going back to reading it as soon as I finish filming this video. And then the final thing is something that I feel like we're coming back to our Disney roots here, and I don't know how I'm ever going to really use these, but I just wanted them in my possession, is this collection of Disney cookbooks. In the collection you get 3. It's basically a load of park inspired recipes. You have the unofficial Disney Parks cookbook, which has just like a load of recipes from around the park and like snacks and everything like this. It tells you the things that you need, but like look, I'm not much one for baking, so I don't know why I asked for these, but I did. Shows you how to make things like Mickey beignets and all of that sort of stuff, so I do really want to play with these. This one has a load of around the world recipes in it, which I think would be really good to kind of make maybe with friends, so hopefully some friends want to join me in making some Epcot inspired foods. And the final one is recipes from restaurants around the parks. I don't really know which parks because I haven't actually looked at this one too much. I'm imagining it's very Walt Disney World-esque, but I'm really excited. The one I'm probably most excited to play with is this one because it has obviously the snacks and the drinks and everything in it. But I can't wait to dip my toes into some baking and cooking, because I don't do a lot of that. Like I do cook, but I don't really experiment with things, so I'm really excited to do this. And then everything else was little treats and trinkets, chocolates and all that sort of stuff. So I was really spoiled this birthday, I won't lie to you. From the person that I was like 6 months ago when I first booked this Disney trip and I was like, no one cares about me, no one cares at all, whatever. I was definitely proved wrong. I was definitely proved wrong this year, and I was treated so well, so thank you if you're one of those people that treated me. That was very sweet of you, very special. But yeah, thank you. And that is it. That is everything I picked up at Disneyland Paris. There were a couple of things that I didn't buy in the end, but I don't regret it too much. I'm pretty thankful for. However, I do have some friends that are going next month, so if I do desperately think that I need something, I can always ask them to pick it up. But yeah, that is everything. Let me know what was your favourite piece, which thing you would have also brought, and the Disney vlogs are coming, they're on their way, and I can't wait to share my solo trip with you all. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.